The end is here. It feels really freaking weird for me to say it. I can't even believe it's real. But yesterday marked the end of an era. 15 years later and 720 episodes. Undeniably one of the most recognizable animes has officially come to an end. Because the last episode of Naruto Shippuden, episode 500, aired yesterday. So in the spirit of that long ass series finally coming to a close, I just kind of wanted to talk about it, share my thoughts and feelings after watching that final episode, as well as my general thoughts and experience with the Naruto series as a whole. I'm fairly certain that there are many more avid anime watchers like myself where everything sort of started around that period where both Naruto and Bleach were just hot shit, like everybody watched that. To me, that felt like the golden age of anime. Now, of course, I was like a stupid teenager back then, so what the hell do I know? But back then, they really were just the animes to watch, especially during the earlier stages. Now, I do say earlier stages, but by that, I probably mean like the first couple hundred episodes or so. But just thinking back on those times when I just got back out of high school, or just after the day ended and started watching the newest episodes, they were just glorious, you know? I look back on that with a lot of joy. Naruto has given me so many good memories to look back on. Like, I still remember little old me just fresh starting my puberty and probably getting one of the most confusing boners of my life, first seeing Sexy no Jutsu, of course. And I also remember freaking the hell out when I first saw Orochimaru, cause yeah, I'm not a big fan of snakes, but then again, who the fuck is, right? And then of course I also remember being extremely emotional, having conflicting feelings over Sasuke's fight with Naruto and him leaving or defecting from Konoha in general, which in all honesty, to me is like the best part of the whole series. Just the multiple epic fights that they both had with each other. They were so amazing to watch for all the different emotions and reasons and everything that was involved in it. As a whole, the Naruto series have of course by no means been perfect, but it's been a pleasure for me to watch the entire series as well as watch his character, Naruto Uzumaki, and just witness his growth. From troublemaking orphan who was pretty much isolated from all of the people in Konoha to, spoiler alert, eventually achieving his lifelong dream of becoming Hokage. And what stood out the most for me for his character and what eventually won over the hearts of every single person he befriended was his dedication to always stick by their side, defend them, and fight to the bitter end for all of them. And the ultimate example of that is of course his bromance with Sasuke, and I feel like that's something we can all learn from. Yep, including the bromance. Now all of that brings us to today, the final episode. Even though this wasn't necessarily the most eventful episode, it still had a couple of nice scenes in it. For one, the recognition that Naruto gives to Iruka Sensei for kind of being the only one that actually paid him any attention and actually gave him a chance during his childhood. And that was very beautiful and touching to see, of course. So Naruto did that in the form of inviting Iruka Sensei to attend his wedding with Hinata as his father, which really highlights the sort of father figure that Iruka Sensei was to Naruto. Something that he was clearly lacking during the majority of his childhood. Now the second event is of course Naruto marrying Hinata, who by the way looked incredibly beautiful. She was just stunning, mwah, in that wedding dress kimono. Oh, and another point by the way, but is it just me? I know I'm sidetracking right now, but is it just me? Or does this like adult Naruto look extremely derpy? Like for some reason, when I look at his like flat, broad face with much shorter hair than usual, I just can't help but laugh my ass off, man. I mean, just look at that shit. Come on. But yeah, back on point, the relationship and marriage of Naruto and Hinata, or Naruhina if you will, just felt like a fitting culmination of the series. I personally just think, you know, it wouldn't feel right if he ended up with Sakura after that strange love triangle they had going on in Team 7. Now, I'm not sure which people will ship more, Naruto Sakura or Naruto and Hinata, but I'm definitely one of the Naruhina fans who are really on that particular side of the boat. It just wouldn't feel right to me if he ended up being with Sakura instead of Hinata. So that was a good closure for me, where he just ends up marrying her and eventually getting 2 kids. Oh, and last but not least, of course, seeing the actual sort of cameo appearances from the characters that have died was actually really awesome to see. I thought it was a nice touch, you know, especially seeing Neji. Oh man, that kind of killed my heart. Like, RIP, man, that dude was so badass. And with all of that being said, when one door closes, another one opens, of course, because guess what? A new generation is coming. That's right, Boruto is getting his own series to continue the story. And the first episode is actually coming out April the 5th, I believe. And that is definitely one of the series that I'm looking forward to this spring season of 2017. Like, this spring season in general is gonna have a bunch of great animes. Attack on Titan Season 2, Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 as well, and fucking Boruto, okay? Those are 3 and I'm definitely watching, and I think a lot of you will be checking those out as well, and if you aren't, you better go check those out, motherfucker. Now, of course, I'm really hyped for it, but I'm still gonna be a little bit cautious about it, so just so that I won't be that disappointed when it ends up being not that great. But yeah, that was sort of my recap, thoughts, experiences with Naruto, the series in general. So, you know, it was a big part of my life, my childhood, and I'm curious, what are you guys' experience with Naruto, the series? Now that it's finally ended, does it actually feel freaking real to me? Like, 720 episodes. I know there are some animes out there that are actually longer. I think One Piece is longer. Detective Conan, I think, one of those detective ones, are longer as well, but it just feels so surreal that it has now come to an end. So I'm kind of curious, what are your experiences with the Naruto series in general? What are your favorite moments, favorite side character? Rock Lee for the win, by the way. That goofy dude is just so fucking funny. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below, and I'm going to be ending this video. So thank you so very much for watching. With the winter season wrapping up, there'll be a bunch more anime videos to come for me. Masamune-kun's Revenge is one that's probably coming out next. I have a bunch of things to say about that. I don't know if you guys watched it. And honestly, I don't even know if you guys should. That already kind of gives you an indication on how I feel about it. But yeah, I'll be doing maybe some sort of recap. I don't know if it's series by series or every sort of series that I've watched that season all in one video. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, you guys will see. So much more content coming up. So I just want to thank you guys again for watching. And I hope to see y'all in the next video. Peace.